The first day at Ridgeway High always felt like the start of a storm. And for 17-year-old Lila Morrison, it was no different. Except this year, the storm wasn't in the sky, it was walking down the hallway, wearing a Ridgeway football jacket and a smug grin. Bryce Hammond, captain of the football team, was every bit the poster child of toxic popularity. His entourage, Jason, Trey, and Logan, weren't just teammates. They were enablers, shields, and hype men. Together, they ruled the hallways like they were end zones. And to them, Lila was invisible. Until she wasn't. Lila had transferred from a military family's rotation, this time from Okinawa, Japan. Her father, a Marine officer, had raised her with one rule: strength isn't loud, it's precise. She didn't walk into Ridgeway trying to make waves. Her combat boots were scuffed, her hoodie oversized, and her headphones almost never left her ears. She didn't smile much. Didn't talk much. But people noticed. Especially the ones who felt threatened by silence. Bryce didn't like question marks. And Lila was one. A quiet, unreadable, confident question mark he couldn't ignore. The first few weeks went by with passive-aggressive snickers and hallway accidents. Bryce would shoulder her as she walked past. Jason would trip her books. Trey and Logan would whisper just loud enough behind her to seed doubt. But Lila never reacted. Never flinched. She just picked up her things, adjusted her hoodie, and walked away. That only made it worse. They didn't want just a victim. They wanted a performance. And Lila was giving them nothing. It was gym class that changed the rules. Coach Rennick had them running drills. Lila, dressed in sweats, moved with quiet efficiency. No flair, no wasted energy. But when the dodgeball games began, she flipped a switch. Her throws were laser-focused, her dodges lightning fast. She eliminated the entire boys' side in minutes. Jason laughed it off, but Bryce clenched his jaw. "Who is she?" Logan muttered. "She's nobody," Bryce spat. But in his mind, he'd already marked her. That was the beginning. A few days later, rumors began swirling. Locker graffiti, Lila the loner. Her backpack was found dumped in the girls' bathroom. Even her seat in the cafeteria became mysteriously sticky one day. But again, no reaction. Lila endured it all like stone. Until the morning it went too far. It was Friday. The hallways buzzed with pre-game energy. Ridgeway was set to face its rival in the regional championship that evening. The players were hyped. Bryce was untouchable. But he had one last thing to prove. Lila walked through the locker-lined hallway toward her math class when she heard the footsteps. Fast. Heavy. Intentional. "Hey, loner." Bryce's voice rang out like a taunt. She turned slowly, earphones still in. Logan and Trey flanked her sides. Jason was behind her. Bryce stood in front, arms crossed, grinning. "Where do you think you're going? We've got a surprise for you." She didn't respond. "I said, we've got a surprise," he repeated, stepping closer, the others closing in. The hallway had cleared, as if the school itself knew something bad was about to happen. They formed a wall around her, pinning her back near the lockers. "What's the matter? Cat got your voice." Jason sneered. Still no reaction. Bryce's eyes gleamed with mock pity. "Let's see if she can handle contact." That's when Bryce lunged, not to punch, but to grab her shoulders and shove her up hard against the locker behind her. That was the mistake. In one seamless motion, Lila shifted her weight, trapped his arm under hers, and drove her knee upward, right into Bryce's midsection. The sound was sharp. Final. Like breaking glass. Bryce gasped, his feet left the floor, and he crumpled to the hallway tiles clutching his gut. Trey and Jason backed off instantly. Logan shouted, "What the hell?" But Lila stood over Bryce, eyes locked on his. Cold. Focused. "You tried to pin me," she said, voice quiet but cutting. "That was your season." A teacher came running. Another student had caught the whole thing on video. It exploded online within minutes. Loner girl wrecks football captain. The video showed Bryce trying to shove her, and her perfect takedown. There was no denying who started it. But everyone now saw who finished it. Bryce was benched for the rest of the season with a fractured rib and a bruised ego. The coach suspended him. The school launched an investigation. And Lila. She became a legend. Not because she fought, but because she ended it with precision, calm, and control. The same kind of control her father had taught her. The Bullies didn't just lose a game. They lost their power. And Ridgeway gained something better, a new kind of respect. To everyone watching, remember, you don't have to scream to be powerful. Sometimes, silence is the loudest warning. And strength. Strength shows up when it needs to. Not for attention, but for truth. If you found this story inspiring and powerful, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and ring the bell so you don't miss chapter 2, because Lila's journey is just beginning. What happens next will leave you speechless.